Joao Felix, still a Chelsea player. I don't know how, but he still is a Chelsea player. And for some reason, Chelsea also want Ferran Torres. Yeah, I don't know what's going on now with the Alvarez deal. And then I'm also hearing the link about Baleba. We're going to be discussing all of that today. But welcome to Famous Football. I'm your host, ladies and gentlemen. Let's chat football. Yeah, listen, there's a lot going on. There is a lot going on. Before we get into all of that, yeah, how about you hit the like, hit the subscribe? You know the usual routine. If you haven't, please do that. I need it. This channel needed. We need to grow. Yeah, much appreciated. Thank you very much. Now let's get into it again. Before we even get into the news, yeah, about all of this I just mentioned, can I vent a little bit? Yeah, what's going on? Yesterday, Chelsea played Leeds. We were up 2-0 only for us to lose the game. Yeah. Now it feels like a lose. You see, I'm saying lose. We didn't even quite lose the game, but it feels like a loss. Actually, I say lose, a loss, right? We could have won that game. And VAR, by the way, what do you mean it's not an intentional handball? The man is going to score. He is going to score. If that was the other way around and Chelsea players almost out like that, wouldn't you call it a penalty? But you said it wasn't an intentional handball. Yeah, the game, it's gone. It's gone. The English referee, yeah, they need to be put under serious scrutiny. Serious scrutiny. What was that about? It was not a handball. Did you see what happened? The ball literally touched his hand. His hands were out, touched his hand, allow him to be favorable to get the ball or put him in a better position to be able to win the ball. Now, if that didn't have any sort of influence, right, in the goal, I understand, but it did. It did. That reminds me of the game against not Barcelona, but Real Madrid, right? Well, we could have flogged Real Madrid, but we didn't because Alonso, him next to him like that, right? The ball touched him, even though his hand was next to him. The ball touches him, and they still rule the goal out as a handball because they say, it influences touch. And the same thing happened yesterday. But the English referee, they are fraud. Yeah, I'm done with it. I'm done with this. But we got to discuss Chelsea today, right? The news is going on. I think some of you already seen it. Joao Felix is still a Chelsea player. Breaking. Saudi Sarami, journalist and former Al Nassr spokesperson, clarify. Al Nassr did not Joao Felix. The Portuguese star is on a 2-season loan from Chelsea. A 2-season loan from Chelsea. A 2-season loan. And we pocket 45 million for this guy in that transfer. We pocketed 43 to 45 million for Joao Felix in that transfer. And he is on a 2-season loan at Al Nassr. I don't know how much they pay him, but listen, if it's Saudi, he's definitely getting some good money. He's definitely getting some very good money, yeah? The brother is pocketing something. But enough about that, though. He's on a 2-year loan for 45 million. That's, I don't know. Only Saudi can do that. Only Saudi. 2 years loan for 45 million. That's something only Saudi can do. I don't see anyone else doing it. But then the question comes, would you take Joao Felix back at Chelsea? Listen, I'm going to just go right now and say yes. Considering what we're getting with Garnacho, what we're getting with, what's his name? What's the other guy name? Gatins, right? Bring him back. Please, cancel the loan. We will get Saudi 10 millions out of the 45, yeah? We will give them 10 millions. Because I know it's Saudi, it's not the same thing as the league, but even in the Premier League, I still didn't think that Maresca knew how to use this guy. And I think part of the reason, because you could also play him on the wing, because when he was at Barcelona, there where he played. Now, we know he can play as a 10, but then you want to use him as an understudy. That's what we all have problem with Maresca, yeah? You play the man in the the Conference League, fine. But in the league, we all know he could be playing in the league, especially when he first came to Chelsea the first time on a Graham Potter, right? Even I think Frank Lampard might have coached him a little bit. We saw what he did playing in that 10 position. I know you want to play Palmer in that position as well, and that's Palmer, we'll say Palmer best position. But this guy can also play in that right wing, left wing type of position. And now with what Liam Rosinio is doing, yeah, allow me. Let me put my manager hat on, yeah. what Liam Rosinha is doing, what you get to see Fernandez up in the lineup as a winger, but he's not playing as a winger, but playing as a 10. Imagine this guy, imagine Joao Felix be in this Chelsea squad right now, and then in that position. So what happened is that we all is done because you get a winger and what's it called? A number 10, so it will work perfectly. Him playing in that half space, and he can even go on the wing if we need him to, and then take on people, right? So would I take him? I think if what I just said didn't answer your question, then let me say this: hell yeah, I'll take him. I'll take him. Bring him back. Listen, we need all the technical ability because imagine him and Joao Felix, Joao Pedro, right? Pedro Neto's going to be leaving. We know he's going to be leaving, right? The fact that Chelsea are talking about they're going to listen to an offer for him. I also hear rumors that what's the name? Atletico Madrid, is looking at him as well. Listen, if they come in with like a 45, 50 million, I said Joao Pedro. Pedro Neto is gone, right? But this, imagine him, this guy, right? Joao Felix, Pedro Neto, I said Pedro. You see, too much, bro. Joao Pedro, and then Cole Palmer and Esteva all on the same team, in the same lineup, yeah? Listen, it screams technicality. It screams everything that you want in a footballer. He is technical. Joao Pedro is technical. Esteva is technical. Cole Palmer is technical. What are we looking for? Nothing. We get everything in there, right? The only thing I would say is start shooting a goal, and we get a bunch of goals. Other than that, we're done. Bring him back, please. Bluco, once it's done, bring him back. Even if it's for a season or two, let's enjoy something from him. Yeah, let's enjoy something from him. I'll take this guy back all day, every day. Now, after seeing what we had to do with Joao Pedro, I said, Jesus Christ, yeah, Joao Felix, right? I will take him back, and then I'm seeing this. Chelsea are prepared to submit an 80 million offer for Ferran Torres this summer. Why? Why are we trying to pay 80 million for Ferran Torres? Of all people on the planet, what happened to Julian Alvarez? And we'll come to Julian Alvarez in a minute. But I will not accept, listen, again, you will say it's not my money, but as a fan, right, I'm 3,000% against Ferran Torres coming to Chelsea. 3,000%, against this guy coming to Chelsea. He's at Barcelona and he's not scoring goals. Why do you think he's going to come to Chelsea and score goals? It's not happening. He was at City and he left to go to Barcelona. I'm not saying he's a terrible player, but he's not. I don't think he's an upgrade to Joao Pedro. He is not an upgrade to Joao Pedro. Julian Alvarez, on the other hand, is definitely an upgrade to Joao Pedro. But this guy is definitely, absolutely not an upgrade to Joao Pedro. So, Bluco, whatever you're thinking, bringing this guy to the club, please don't. Please do not. Don't bring Joao Felix back, and I'll take it. But this guy, no, absolutely not. And speaking of Joao Felix, even, Maresca caused a lot of problem. Renato Vega, that's proper talent right there. But we had to let go because of Maresca. Joao Felix, another one, we had to let go because of Maresca. Okay, Maresca has. I'll grab him. I'll grab Maresca one day. I will grab him one day. We will meet, yeah? We will meet. He and myself will meet eye to eye, and then I will give him a piece of my mind, right? I will give him a piece of my mind. And by the way, I have a video coming out about the managerial saga that's going on, where everybody's getting sacked, everybody being available with the few job that's also out there, the Man City job that Pep could potentially leave, and the Man United job, the Spurs job now also out of it, right? Blah. So we'll get into that. But then, this guy, I also see this, and I'm asking myself, wait, what are we really trying to do? Yeah? Brighton midfielder Carlos Baleba is keenly one to watch this summer transfer window as a top prospect. Can confirm that Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain are leading the charge, with both clubs having made significant moves to secure his signature. The blue and less Parisian have been actively courting Baleba over the past few weeks, and they are currently in poor position to lend him. Manchester United and other clubs are also in the mix, but the Champions League football and exciting project are giving Chelsea and PSG the edge. Okay, that's good. Well, I don't know if that's good because what really are we gonna be doing with Baleba? If maybe if we're trying to sell Romeo Lavia, right, and Isugu, if we're trying to sell these two people, I get it. But I can tell you for a fact, with the way things are moving right now and with the way things are going, Isugu is definitely going to be going on loan. If he's fully fit next season, he will be going on loan. Because Andrew Santos has already cemented his position in that squad. And with the way he's moving now, right? Isugu, on the other hand, now if you think about Casedo understudy or replacement, it's definitely Andrew Santos and not Isugu. Now, Isugu, with the few times that we saw him, he looks okay. He looks, there's something there, right? We see a little bit of the Casedo, type of thing in him. But Andrew Santos have cemented that place. Right now, it's done. So I think they're looking for somebody to be able to play in that Fernandes position. But why Baleba though? Because we already have Romeo Lavia. So either we're trying to sell Romeo Lavia and send Isugu on loan, because then we create space, right, for him. And we're also talking for Baleba, and we're also talking about what's his name, Barco from Strasbourg coming in that Fernandes position. So what really we doing? What exactly is the plan? That I don't know. So Baleba, listen, everybody will want Baleba at their club. He's a good talent. He's a good player, right? Like again, he can cover for that Casedo if we actually need it. But then we have to listen to people, because if we're going in for him right now, Brighton at least going to try to milk it and get as much as they can possibly get for him. At least nothing less than what's it called, 70. Last season they were talking about 100 million. So I don't even know what they're going to be asking for him this coming summer. So I really don't know. But is it worth it to go in for Baleba? No. Now, if PSG want him, I'll say PSG get him. I'll say PSG should get him. But Chelsea, on the other hand, I don't see what exactly we have to do with Baleba, right? Now, speaking about Julian Alvarez, I told you we're going to talk about him earlier. Listen, here is it. Arsenal will be willing to include Gabriel Jesus or Martinelli in order to lower the amount of the transfer, estimate at least 100 million, right? Now, so then we understand why Chelsea is looking at somebody at like Ferran Torres. First of all, I don't believe that to be even true, because it does not make any single sense that we go in for Ferran Torres. Now, if we cannot get this guy, right, let's get somebody proper. Let's tempt Real Madrid to see if we can get Hendrick. Now, for some reason, I want him. I really do want him. But other than that, I really do want Osakov. I want this guy, Julian Alvarez, right? If it's anything, offer the lab plus money, exactly the same thing. And I think the lab will suit Atletico Madrid's system better. Offer the lab and money for Julian Alvarez, like the way they're trying to do. Who would you take? The lab and plus money for Julian Alvarez, or you could take Martinelli? Who would you take if you Simeone? I'm just asking the question out there. But pretty much this is it. This is what Chelsea trying to do, and they better figure it out, right? We do not want any mediocrity. So I would take what's his name back, Joao Felix back. Baleba, I don't know what we're trying to do with Baleba, right? Ferran Torres, heck no, and get me Alvarez, right? These three, he's an upgrade to Joao Pedro. You see, I gotta struggle for words, because we have too many Joao and we have too many Pedro in the team that everybody's just mixed, yeah? Because I thought the other Joao was gone. Now I'm hearing he's back and he's still part of this team. So what do we do here? But ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts down below. Again, don't forget, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. The managerial video that I'm talking about is coming out, and I'm going to tell you everything that's happening and who is going where and where I think they should go, right? I'll give you my thoughts about that. Again, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Much appreciated. See you in the next video, ladies and gentlemen. Adios.